some things came up and I couldn't continue it, but 2 years later, I'm back, and I'm going to keep making ASMR videos, and I hope that you will join me in the development of my channel and help me to make the best ASMR videos for you. So this is like the first video, so I kind of just wanted to talk about what this channel is, what I'll be doing, my plans for ASMR, what kind of videos I've got planned, and also just introduce myself and kind of answer a few questions, tell you a little bit about myself and also the plans that I have for this channel and what kind of ASMR videos I'll be making. So this video is going to be mostly whispering and maybe a little bit of tapping, but if you like soft whispers and just close ear to ear action, then I hope you'll enjoy this video. As some of you might see, I'm not wearing any headphones. That's because, unfortunately, I no longer own the white Apple headphones that have an AUX to connect to the microphone, and I'm very sad about that. I'm going to have to come up with a solution because honestly, I have no idea. I'm just sitting in my room and whispering, hoping that it's actually not sounding terrible. So apologies if this video has any major screw-ups. I will fix those in the upcoming videos. I'm also still just figuring out kind of my setup and my background and the lights and how I look in the frame, so that's gonna take me a little bit to figure out. I am definitely not mad at how I've set up this camera, but it's not the most convenient way because I had to move everything off my desk, and also I'm not really a fan of the lighting just because I think there's a little bit too much happening in the background, and I think I need a backlight because my hair blends in too much with the whole pizzazz and all these LED lights in the background. But for now, that's all we have, so we're gonna just kind of roll with it. I wanted to talk a little bit about myself. My name is Vinnie. I go by Vin, whatever you want to call me. I don't mind, as long as it starts with a V. Everything else I'm completely fine with. And I'm 18 years old. I live in London. I was born in Ukraine. I'm not gonna get into the whole political and kind of I don't want to get into the conflict topic, so I'm going to skip past that. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about ASMR and why I love ASMR and my favorite ASMR. So I have actually been listening to ASMR for the past 3 years, like every single day, and it has helped me sleep a lot. I wake up and my AirPods are like hidden in my bed somewhere. I know it's really bad for you to like sleep with your earphones in, but I do it anyway. Comment down below if you also do it, because I actually want to know if people fall asleep or if people take them out, because sometimes I take my earphones out, but sometimes I just fall asleep. always been the best one for me, I think. I'm not a major fan of soft speaking, but I do enjoy an occasional soft speaking video. I really like hearing someone talk and kind of just like background talking. I don't know. I find it very calming, and I can just feel warmer in my bed. I don't know, it's a really weird thing to describe, but it really helps me fall asleep. I also really like roleplay ASMRs, so like creative ASMRs, like Harry Potter ASMR has always been like really, really cool, and I'd love to make one someday. I really like different like roleplays, like you're at a dinner table with like a mean sibling, or just, I don't know, just different like life scenarios that are interesting and creative, that create the kind of background noise. I also think there's like loads of cool triggers that you can kind of use that are under the same theme of the video. So I'll definitely be doing those videos, and I hope that you'll like them. My favorite ASMR artist, I actually have a few, and I'm gonna link some of them in the description below this video. I really like Gibi ASMR. I also listen to quite a lot of Russian-speaking ASMR. So I've recently discovered ASMR Nirvana. He's a really cool ASMR artist. He does very kind of lifestyle ASMR videos, and they're really cool. I really enjoy them. Gibi does some of the most amazing role plays, and some of the most amazing. She has like the most amazing kind of creativity behind her videos. So that is like always incredible to see what like she comes out with. I love her Everything Is Wrong With You series, and really fast ASMR when she goes through like tons of role plays. I always think those are like really, really fun and really funny. I also enjoy a little bit of humor in ASMR. So I actually hope that you'll find some of my jokes funny. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I probably won't stop. I find myself absolutely hilarious. Like obnoxiously hilarious. I'm that type of person. I do laugh at my own jokes. But I hope that does not throw you off in any way. So, if you want to see some of my favorite ASMR artists, as I said, their YouTube links will be down in the description below. I plan on making around 25 to 30 minute long ASMR videos. This one might be a little bit short, just because I don't actually have a lot prepared for this video. This is kind of more of like an introduction, and kind of like the first video that I can upload to my channel before I start actually thinking about like what kind of videos I want to make. And I actually need your help in this one. I'd be really grateful if you could comment below what kind of videos you'd like me to make, what kind of triggers you like, what kind of role plays you've always wanted to see. I am very open to kind of any suggestions, and I would love to know what you guys like to watch, what your favorite triggers are, so that I can be able to make the ASMR that you guys want to see. Moving away from the ASMR topic a little bit, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about myself. So, as I said, I'm 18 years old. I am graduating high school in 2 months, which is small. I actually even tidied my room for this video, and it turns out that you can't even see it. So I tidied my room for nothing. But it's okay, my mother would be very happy. So, as I said, I really like music. In particular, I like making music. I really like the kind of engineering part of music and the theory part of music, which I know a lot of people don't find too exciting, but I find it absolutely incredible how music is made through like different chords and different kind of tempos and keys and augmented chords and diminished chords, and I mean I could go on forever, but to me it's kind of like the backbone of music, this whole engineering side of it, because it's kind of what really creates that feeling, and then you start putting vocals on, and then you start kind of doing harmonies, and you've got all the ad-libs and stuff like that. I could potentially make a little music ASMR in terms of just kind of walking through a process. That could be quite cool. I also really like fashion and design. I am not very good at making clothes. In fact, I've never actually tried to make anything, but I don't think I'd be very good. But I would say that I'm not terrible at knowing whether something looks good and it's fashionable, or it's an absolute I'm not going to continue that sentence. My throat is getting a little bit dry. I'm not used to this much whispering actually. I think when I was doing ASMR back in 2018? No, must have been 2018. Oh my god, that's 4 years ago. Oh my god. When I was doing ASMR back in 2018, I kind of got used to the whole whispering thing. But now my body's like not ready. It's like, what the hell are you doing? So I'm kind of getting back into the rhythm. Back to fashion. So I really enjoy fashion. I love everything about fashion. The colors, the fabrics, the silhouettes. I find that all very exciting. But as I said, I do not make clothes. I merely look at them and wear them. I am also a little bit of a film lover. I love my film. In particular, I love kind of real life films and films that really get you thinking. I love films that feature like a very strong female lead, like a very powerful boss woman. I actually saw a film yesterday. I saw Cruella, the new Disney's Cruella, with, oh my god, what's her name? The actress that was in ECA, and Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. I completely forgot her name. But besides the point, I actually really like that movie. I think I've seen that movie like 7 times. Honestly, I cannot lie. Because it's in London, which is where I live. It's close to where I spend most of my working day in London. It's got fashion. It's got very strong female leads, so it is the movie for me. It's also quite funny, but my humor is so broken, so honestly don't trust me on that one. So I do love a good old Disney movie. I cry to a lot of Disney movies. I wouldn't also you can see the list that other people made. What I love also about this app is that, you know, when sometimes someone asks you like, what's your favorite song, or like, what's your favorite movie, and your mind just goes like blank. That's what happens to me. You can't possibly ask me for my favorite movie on the spot, because I honestly won't remember, and I'll say something really stupid that's like a movie I like, but it's not my favorite movie. So this app is my favorite movies. So these are all the movies that I've loved and I've rated like 5 out of 5. I was like, this is pretty cool. There's a lot of horror movies on here. I love horror movies. But especially I love them when I watch them with people who are really terrified and scared of horror movies. I really like seeing people freak out and scream and get really terrified. I don't really get scared when I watch horror movies, but I really like it when my friends do. So, some of the movies that I have enjoyed over the few years that I've been on this planet: Parasite, Interstellar. Oh, those two are really good ones. The Wolf of Wall Street, but it's a bit of a basic one, but it's a cool movie. The Matrix is on here, and I actually thought that I wouldn't like The Matrix, and I haven't seen it until like, honestly, this year. This year was the first year that I probably saw The Matrix, and it's actually a pretty cool movie. The first one, all the other ones are not my favorite. Then I have Call Me By Your Name, probably the saddest movie ever. I also have Boy Erased. They're back to back. That's quite cool. Both of those movies are insanely powerful. And okay, I know that I said that I can't really like connect to animated characters in some of the Disney movies, but Coco is, in my opinion, Coco and Encanto are probably the two best Disney movies made. Encanto more so of a recent one, but I thought Coco was fantastic. But I could be biased because I love like the Spanish culture, and I love the Day of the Dead. I have never actually been able to visit any Spanish-speaking country during the Day of the Dead, unfortunately, but it is on my bucket list, so maybe one day. I have A Quiet Place here, which is one of the horror films that I really like. That movie has the most insane scene of, again, I cannot remember the actress's name. I'm so bad with the names today. But when she's giving birth in the bathtub, oh lord, I felt that. What's really funny is that Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban is on here. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I'd give it 5 stars. Maybe 4. I have Titanic on here. Good God. I thought that I would hate Titanic because I don't really like romantic movies or like movies about love. actually studied for my film course. I wrote a whole analysis of the movie. I loved that movie. I watched it in Spanish. It was fantastic. It was incredible. Yeah, that movie is really cool. Now this one is a little bit of a controversial one, but I have Suicide Squad on here. The very first one. The second one is good. But I feel like towards the end, I feel like the second one's definitely funnier. But I feel like towards the end, it kind of got a little bit too much for me with the giant starfish thingy. I was like, okay, I love a little bit of like superhero element, but a giant starfish, I wasn't buying that, so I didn't like that. But the first one is a really good movie, and I know that people say that it has the worst Joker, and that it was actually not that good of a movie. I really enjoy it, and I loved the scene with Harley Quinn and Joker when the song comes out. I can't remember the title of the song. Oh, yes, I remember. It's called Gangster. Then another one of my absolute favorites. So this one is probably like in the top 10. By the way, these films are in no particular order at all. They are kind of just, I think, when I added them, when I ranked them, these are all my 5 stars. I give a lot of 5 stars, but I also give a lot of 4 stars. I very rarely give 2 stars, but I have given a few 2 stars and 3 stars. So this movie is titled Coraline, and it's claymation, and I love claymation movies. I know it kind of goes against the whole animation thing I said, but claymation is different, because claymation, I find the process of like making a claymation movie absolutely fascinating. Probably my favorite director, Tim Burton, he works a lot with claymation. He didn't actually work on Coraline, and a lot of people do think that it's a Tim Burton film. It's not. I think he did have some influence over how it looked and its aesthetic kind of appearance. But Coraline is not made by Tim Burton. But it's an incredible movie. I don't know, oh my god, I'm looking at the poster right now and I just noticed something I haven't seen before, but let's not get off track. Okay, oh, this one's really good. So, this movie, or this film, is probably it's probably my favorite film. Like, my number one, my all-time favorite is The Devil Wears Prada. Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway. Incredible. That movie is all I need in life. I find something so kind of interesting about that movie. I also think that it's a really kind of realistic representation of life, and kind of the whole kind of approach to work and different areas of work. And Meryl Streep did a fantastic job as the editor of Runway. It was just insane. Then we have a little bit of comedy here. We have Borat. Oh, this is the third one. Yes, the one where he's wearing the COVID mask. That one is really funny. I tried watching it with my dad, though. Not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend watching Borat with your parents. Even though it's funny, it's a little bit much. Alice in Wonderland. Tim Burton movie. Incredible. Bruno. Played by the same person who played in Borat. I know his name, but I can't remember. Bruno was pretty funny. I watched it with my friends. It was a good laugh. Then we have The Human Centipede, which is my last 5-star, which is a really messed up movie. And if you all my favorite films. I really don't understand how this video went from an introduction to like a 20-minute breakdown of my favorite films. But regardless, if you have any film suggestions, you should leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you guys are watching and what films you enjoy. We'll definitely be doing some role plays from like different films, just because I think that's like incredibly cool. I don't have a green screen as of right now. Maybe I'll be able to kind of set up one of the rooms kind of next to me as my kind of little studio, but that would involve like bringing a whole table there, and I don't know if I can do that, but we shall see.